Hi guys, this is Shari from SHARISPEAKS, and some of you may not think there's anything too particular with today's date. It's February 20th, and today my father would have been 63 years old. He passed at 55. I bring this up because, there's never a day that goes by. Death is such a wake-up call. It doesn't leave you. It's constantly in the back of your mind. It's been, since 2012, of June 14th, since he passed. But ever since that day, my life has never really quite been the same. And I find that people may not understand maybe either the intensity that comes off of me, or why there's such a maybe life or death type of feel. I have to say, a lot of the way I'm moving right now is because I know from first person perspective that your life, that nobody is guaranteed anything. We're not guaranteed anything in this world, and we're not guaranteed another day. From what I've studied in LA and being here and hitting different notes and different hard times and things like that, the most sustainable thing you could say when you wake up is, thank you, God, for another day. I am here. I have another day. I have there's something that could happen. There's an opportunity. I woke up today, right? Instead of, how many times I've said, oh, I'm so grateful for this friend, and I'm so grateful, because I have a little gratitude journal, and I've gone through many of them. It's kept me grounded. It's kept me centered. They do work. It's real. And I've read through like a lot of the different things and the transitions, and I'm so grateful for this place, and I'm so grateful for this car, and I'm so grateful for all of that stuff. It goes. The realest, most sustainable thing you could say is, I am so grateful for today. So I tie this in because, yes, it is a pain that I have, and on my personal journey, I always carry this pain with me. Like, it's like the feeling of, my father he won't be there. He'll be there in spirit in the sky, but he won't be there to see who my life partner is, who I'm marrying. He won't be there on that day. It's like little sensitivities like that maybe people don't understand about me that I'll always carry. So when people say, wow, you're so this or you're so that, or maybe male or female may try to come to me in a certain way, a part of me feels like, that is such a big void, and it's such a big, it's almost like I ideally would have wanted you, because we were so close. I've learned a lot from my father, and a lot of how I've been able to survive in LA is definitely how my father handled himself and what he's taught me in this world. So I love him dearly, and he's such a, obviously DNA, he's a part of me. So it's like, I think anybody coming to me would have to kind of understand that, and it's a pain that I'll always carry. So I do this video, to, instead of being sorrowful about it, because again, death is a part of life. We are not guaranteed. If you were to die in 6 months, or if I were to go in 6 months, right? It's like, how would you live your life now if you knew, like, okay, because that is definitive. I can tell you that right now. It doesn't take a fortune. I don't want to go there, but it's there's some things that are black and white and definitive, and I don't think that people understand. They go, should I say something to this girl, or should like all these like little small things, or should I make this, whatever it is, all these decisions we don't have forever, right? Or if it's like, the podcast, obviously, as you can see, I'm going through and I'm doing what I really want to do by doing this YouTube channel. It's because I know that my time is valuable, but it is not forever, right? So it's death. Death is the biggest teacher of, if I didn't have another day, how would I live my life today? And I want to share that with you guys, and I want, from my first person perspective, again, in that pain that I deal with, I want to be able to teach you, like, okay, like maybe the person that, that ghosted you or left you unread, or the things that you care about, or the things that you put the stuff that's in your brain that you're letting sit there and ruminating about, or should you do this, or should you do that, or should you move across country, or should you go on a trip by whatever it is, all these things that people just sit there and they twiddle their thumbs, and it's like, we don't have forever. That's all I could leave you with, because then the one thing that I think irritates me about humanity, because I've seen it myself, so in a way I feel some type of way, is when there's a big tragedy, and then all of a sudden everybody says, oh my God, what? And that could be a tragedy in many forms. There's many, I don't have to get into that right now. It's already, I guess you could say, a heavy subject matter as it is. But when tragedy strikes, that's what shakes people up all the time. They're not just shaken up already, like, okay, I gotta move, I gotta move a certain way, I gotta do things a certain way, I have only this amount of time that I'm allotted, right? It's only when tragedy strikes and everybody just kind of like, you could feel like the whole earth shake and everybody's like, oh shoot, that really happened. And the thing about it scares me, because how many times does tragedy have to strike for people to kind of start to get it? Like the way people speak to service workers, right? We're all going in the same place, whether you get cremated, whether you're buried, whatever the case may be. And another thing too is that person that you're speaking to in such a negative tone, or however you feel, right? I mean, that's somebody's daughter, it's somebody's wife, it's somebody's son, it's somebody's somebody. And it's you just don't know what that person's going through, who they lost, there's a lot of elements to it. So people need to wake up. Like when you get irritated about the road rage or whatever, it's like, is it really that serious? Did you really have to call him an effing blah, 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 whatever it is? We're all gonna leave someday, right? And I think that when I sit there and I ponder, why the hell am I on this planet? It's to love, which I think, gosh, it's like, God forbid you just want to love and you want to give your heart, but it's a funny world we live in. But I have to say that I think with all the shit that people do and the ways that they try to accumulate, whether it's materially or, financially or whatever, at the end of the day, it's to get the love coming in. But, we only have so much time, right? I mean, I didn't come here to sit here in pain and hate and suffering. We all leave this planet, every single one of us, regardless if you're a millionaire or if you're a homeless person on the street, lawyer, doctor, take all that shit off. The surgeon, yoga instructor, actor, model, we all leave. So what are you going to do right now? Okay? There's just, maybe it hits me different because I know what it's like to feel somebody cold and say, oh my God, somebody that I was so close to, that has taught me so much in this world, that has been such a big impact on me, is gone. And there is it's not a dream, right? So, I mean, a lot of the reason as to why I'm in LA and have that know-how is because of my father. I have to say that because I know for a fact that he wouldn't want me, moping around, not doing anything. He would say, live your dreams, live your life to the fullest. And that energy and what I know from him, and I was so blessed. I want to be able to, that's why I am the way I am, because I had that genuine energy there, and I understand that not everybody does. So I love you all. Please, all the little things, it's an infinite world. You need to get it out of your head because we only have so much time. Turn your pain into triumph and how you help others survive, because I tell you, people sometimes take the wrong path when something like this happens. They get shook up, they go into different paths. I don't want, if you're experiencing this right now, or you're grieving, or you're going through loss right now, it's tremendously difficult, and I just want to say that you are loved, you're supported, and it's almost like one way I could say it is, just think of how your loved one would want to see you go on, and how proud they would be to see how much you have grown and you've developed, and that is why. So I had to take a quick break because anytime I speak about my father, I maybe feel his presence or whatever the case may be, tears naturally. But the beauty of this video is to show that it's okay. It's okay to be emotional. It's okay to let that out, and there's nothing to hide about that. But I mean, it's not tears of sadness. It's really just tears of happiness, of how blessed and how fortunate, right? How fortunate I have been to know what I know. And I care so much for people that all I could say is, a lot of the things that you let consume you, or whatever the case may be, I just want to kind of shift the direction. We don't have forever, okay? We don't have forever, and it's time to take all that take all that out and start to how do you shift? How do you what's your vision? What's your purpose, right? What purpose are you here to fulfill before you leave this earth? And that is what you have to get your vision around. So guys, I leave you with that, and until then, we'll catch up next time.